All right, Justin says, I saw in a recent hangout where you talk about adding other people's relevant YouTube videos to your own channel and relevant playlists. I've been doing this a little bit for a while now, so I was glad to see you recommending it as well. Without trying to overthink things too much on my end, I was wondering if you used any particular loose ratio of your own videos to other people's videos. You probably have a much bigger data set than mine, so I figured I would ask. I guess I still have a hang-up about losing too much link juice to other people's videos that I am pumping into my channel and link juice. I would just silo all of my YouTube videos in the playlist, leaving the other people's videos out of the silo structure in the description, but just having them in the playlist for relevance and to look less spammy. Correct? Yeah, Justin. Yeah, you see, you can leverage the popularity of other videos and the relevancy by adding them to a silo, a playlist silo. And you're right, you're not able to do the internal linking structure through the description of other people's videos because you don't have access to edit the description. However, you can, if the comments are enabled on their videos, you can drop a link to your other video, to another video within your silo, depending on what type of silo structure you use. But you can drop a link either to the entire playlist, especially if it's 100% relevant, or you can drop a link to one of your videos in your silo in the playlist. Okay, if that makes sense. So you can do that through comments, because comments is an internal link still as well. So even though you can't edit the description on other people's videos, if you're linking to a relevant video and you make a relevant comment on the creator's video, then you can drop a link, and most likely it won't get moderated out because it's an internal YouTube link that's linking to something that is relevant. And that's why and obviously make a comment just like you would be on leaving a blog comment, a real value adding comment to a blog. You can do the same thing within YouTube. You could also leave a big FU like a lot of people do on YouTube, but most likely it's going to get moderated out if you drop a link. But if you leave a valuable, a value-added comment in the video comments, and then you link to either one of your videos that's related, or to an overall playlist, which would be your silo, right? And you could even mention something like, "Hey, great video, blah blah blah. I compiled similar videos into a playlist, which you can see here. Drop the link." Something like that. And some of them are going to get moderated out, there's no question. But I've had a lot of them that stick. And so that way you can actually siphon some of that link juice too. So there's the whole relevancy factor, there's the popularity factor of using other people's videos within your own playlist, and then there's also the ability to drop those comment links that will help too, and that's how you get the internal linking structure into the silo, even using other people's videos. That makes sense. And it is pretty powerful. Now, the other thing that's really cool about it is if you are using other people's videos that are particularly ones that are popular, that have a lot of views and that sort of things, the ones that rank high in YouTube search, is you'll notice that when somebody, if you have your videos in a playlist with those videos, when you go to view those other people's videos in the recommended videos on the right-hand column in the right sidebar of the YouTube watch page, you'll start seeing your videos show up in that section. And that's also something that's really cool. You can do that two ways. You can do, and if you do both of these ways, you're most likely to show up there. But one is to match the tags. So, for example, if there's a particular channel that has a video on it that's popular in your particular niche or your particular keyword that you're targeting, you can actually take the channel name and use that as one of your tags in your video, and that will help your video to show up on that when somebody's watching that video from that other channel on that watch page. But also if you put your video in a playlist along with that video, if that makes sense. So if you combine those two videos in a playlist, the other channels plus your own, and you also tag the channel name in the tags of your video, then you're most likely to show up in the right-hand side under the recommended videos, the related videos. And you can also show up in the related videos at the end of the video. You know how at the very end of a YouTube video, guys, it will show you right within the video watch area, recommended videos? Well, you'll also show up for there. And then surprisingly, we get about 18 to 20% of our overall channel traffic comes from those related videos that show up at the end of a YouTube video. So there's a lot of traffic. I'd say, and anywhere between 15 to 20%. If we look at our analytics, I always find that curious that we show up at, we get a lot, 15 to 20% of our overall channel traffic comes from those. So it's a great way to leverage other people's stuff. Hopefully that makes sense. All right.